What's up, guys? I hope you're having a great day today. I'm excited to do some weather with you. And I am outside. It's going to start raining. So if it does, we'll just see what I do. I'll try to run through this really quick. But yeah, we are at my in-laws. We had Pa's birthday party and Jaren's birthday party, and that was a lot of fun. Um, my pepper situation is better and better by the day. Like today, I feel the best. And it's so funny. I started looking into the pepper that I ate because I was just having so much happening here. And what I discovered is that the pepper that I ate is a purple California Reaper. And so it's like one of the most spicy peppers. It's like top three hottest peppers in the world. And it's like I was just cutting it up and ate that piece and I was panicking. Like, so it was literally a week-long experience. And it was such like a surrender, like you just surrender to that, like, because there's nothing that you can do to get out of it. And I'll tell you what, it was like so mystical and magical. Like these things that happen, they're purposeful. Like we are mutative and we're constantly changing and we can't see it. And so we have to understand that we have no idea what life is doing and what's happening underneath the scenes of life. The best that we can possibly do is recognize it. And I think that's so beautiful. And so I want to talk about a couple major points before I go into the energy. The first one is that our only problem as humans is that we don't see as ourselves. We don't see life in the way that we're meant to see it. And it's just like a cognition problem. It's an incorrect cognition problem and not being able to see. And it's like what we are, this observer, this passenger, it gets tangled up in the matter. And we have to come to self, so that we can watch the matter, which is what we're here to do. And so when I do this energetic weather, I want to explain it because I had a couple questions and people asking me about this. I basically take the astrological wheel and it's divided into the 64 gates of the I Ching. And I see those gates as like the 64 energetic like essences of life that literally create everything. It's like our internal world, our external world, all of the matter, it's flowing through all of the matter. It's like these neutrinos, trillions of them are flowing through me. We live in an ocean that we can't see. And so the matter is such a mysterious thing. And as we are moving through these astrological positions, we basically get to live out these themes. Like it's like our human behavior, we are one with the whole. So we are absolutely impacted and a part of the movement that it is. And so when I speak on these themes, I'm trying to speak on the major energies that are happening today. So what we might feel internally, what we might see happening externally. And it's really focused on what's happening right now, and trying to share that so that we can watch what happens right now instead of blaming it on ourselves and each other. And so the next thing, before we get to the energy, I want to talk about humans being love because humans aren't love. And I think that it's a very dangerous idea to go around acting like you're love because you are the observer and you are stuck in a body that experiences love coming and going. There's points in my life where I have love, identity, and direction within me. I know where I'm going. I know who I am. I love myself. I love others. And then there's other times where I don't. And that's because it comes and goes. And we aren't it. We're here to watch it coming and going. And it's like if we blame love on ourselves and pretend like that's what we are and like we can give that like infinitely, then we have to blame ourselves when it's not there. And so if we understand that we're not love and that we're not in charge of that, we can just allow it when it's there, when it's not, and we can be the observer that we are, that is here to watch. You're not, what we are isn't here to do anything. Technically, it can't. So it's like all we have to do is watch the matter unfold. Okay. So here we go with the mysteries of matter. The sun is in 46.3 today. So this is all about love of the body, but the theme that we're going to be seeing is trial and error and projection. So this is like projection and pushing upward and being yourself and fulfilling your experience, maybe like your ambition. It's just you in your life living your experience. And it's so much about this cyclical human way. the experiential way that we all live out all of the time. And we literally have to release ourselves to experience. Like we fall into it. It is the fall. And you land at the bottom after the whole thing's completed. And what we get to do is have the potential to reflect and see what we gained, what we got to see, what we get to move into the future having seen. And so we don't have to blame the experience on ourselves, blame the body on ourselves. And we're going to talk a lot about this stuff. Maybe a lot of what we're seeing today is stability or destabilization within a commitment, within saying yes to doing something, going out there to have that experience, to do that thing. And the exaltation is the determination to stay with what brings success. So maybe successfully completing your experience in the way that you saw it unfolding. And the other side, treating a projected success as a reality. So thinking that what's happening, projecting into the future that it's going to be this way, and maybe like absolutely missing everything that happened. And so it can be really interesting. It's really about seeing the experience for what it was. And it's so much about staying with your experience. Like you are here to live in this unique body and have these unique experiences. And if you can stay with that and stay seeing that as yourself, you will get the rewards that come with your movie. And if you don't, maybe you're pulled out of your experience. Maybe you're doing too much with too many people. Maybe you're spread too thin, and you're seeing some of that today. You're seeing like breaking promises today. And so let's get to this body stuff. The foundation of experience is being in a body. It is living life in a body as a human being. And when you are dedicated to the body, you are dedicated to the life. You are watching what's happening here and communicating it and honoring it and responding to it. And you are being dedicated to that moment, that body, that life. And so much of our problem is that humans don't like the body that we were given. But we don't choose our body. Like you are stuck in a body, and you can accept that, and you can accept and love the body that you are in, because that's all that you have. And you can know that the body that you're in is exactly right for you. Like you don't need to be improved. You're at the perfect place at the perfect time. You just need to be able to see it as it is. And something we need to know is that we put love into the world by loving ourselves. Like humans living their nature, regardless of morality, regardless of the way they've been conditioned, and being able to see and be in life as themselves. We don't understand that it doesn't matter how sweet and how nice we are, because putting that kind of love out doesn't change the aura of the planet. But loving yourself and honoring yourself does, because you're the only one in there. You're the only one that can see what's happening in there and respond and honor your life and the experiences that you're here to have. And so it's all about being yourself, letting others be their selves. And we can know that if we look for something to come in our life, nothing will come. But the life that you have, the body that you have, it's so magical and mysterious. If you accept it and honor it, anything could happen, because the matter is what everything unfolds from. And we are each in our own matter. Like me being in this body, like it's a mystery. I watch myself unfold every single day. I watch it do new things and discover new things. And it's like, we can let it be that. It is a holy experience to be here in a body. It is unique. No one has ever been in my body. No one has ever seen life like I do. And I get to be here and be that and share that. And that is me loving myself. And that does change the aura of planet Earth. And so something to just pause about here, the matter is one. The matter is this mystical, mysterious thing that is all one. And we are the one that watches it from the inside of it, So it's like, we aren't the matter. You aren't the feelings. You aren't the thoughts. You watch the mind think the thoughts, and you watch the body feel the feelings. But what you are is this infinite nothingness observer, and when you can be that and see as that, you can allow your body to tell you everything that you need to know right now. And it can be so beautiful. And so we can accept what the body does. We can accept what it is to be the only one in here, and that we don't control it, but that we are made to see it, and we can allow it to do whatever it's doing now. And so Earth in 25.3, this is the gate of innocence. And we are looking at trial and error and sensibility. We are grounded in the fire of innocence today. And I think a lot of this right now at this point in time is about personal and collective wounds. We are putting down what we aren't so that we can stand stronger in what we are. And we're coming into a lot of illusion and delusion in relationships, like seeing what was actually true versus what was said, like what was actually happening under all of those fancy words and all of these things. And the line itself, it says the ability to withstand failure and maintain your nature, maintain your spirit, your individual spirit. The other side is the potential loss of innocence through misfortune that in the extreme can manifest from crime to suicide. And so this can be a really heavy thing. You know, it's like failure is built in. We are here to see it, and it can be so good. This is like the shaman channel. This is half of it. And so much of it is about receiving these shocks from life so that you can come into knowing what you are and what you're not, you know, so that you can allow the matter to be what it is. It's so much this like initiation energy, and you can keep your spirit. You don't need to blame these shocks on yourself. No one asks for a shock. No one asks to be woken up or to see outside of an illusion. You know, all of these things can feel so destabilizing. But we can let it be okay, because here's the deal. Innocent action does not guarantee success. It doesn't. Like, you can be perfectly yourself in your path, doing your life perfectly, and there will still be failure because it's supposed to be there. You know, like it's built in and it's a part of life. And I want to talk about this part specifically because one of the most negative pieces of conditioning I think that we've ever received as humans isn't from religion, isn't from science. It's from our Declaration of Independence here in America, when it says, you know, each individual has the right to pursue happiness, because happiness isn't the point. Like, it's never been the point. And when we make that the point, we're running away from what it is, and we're hurting ourselves, we're hurting our body, we're hurting others. And so it's like, we have to understand that happiness is not the point of life. We're here to watch. And when it doesn't have to be about happiness, you don't have to blame yourself for not being whatever emotional state you think you should constantly be in. That's not the truth. You know, it's like it's an ever-changing thing that we are here to accept where it's at now. And so this energy, so much of it is about centering ourselves, centering as an individual, coming to see as yourself, finding the right behavior, letting your body have its natural function so that you can get your rewards, so that you can survive. Because if you are yourself and you're in alignment, life really will take care of you. And, you know, it can be hard to meet that more powerful force, that person, that idea, that experience that shows you that something that you thought isn't necessarily true or works the way that you thought it worked. But it's like, that is okay, because you got to see something more, and now you can take what you know and you can continue with that. I think it's so important in this individual centering energy, you know, especially with where we're at with the tribe and coming into 2027, like, it's so important to have boundaries and be able to walk away. And that is you loving yourself. That is you being centered in yourself. And it's so important to be able to be clear and honest, because if you are lying, you are going to dig yourself into a hole. We are all becoming conscious of the emotional wave, and the wisdom that it has to offer us is basically truth, clarity. Not truth in the now, but gaining clarity over time and watching. You know, it's like, and that thing is such a dragon, and we have to allow it to exist and let it show us what it's going to show us over time. By being as honest as we can be, we can ensure that things keep moving and we can keep going into the future. You know, it doesn't matter if you're having a massive realization, or if you've hurt someone, or if you've, you know, damaged your business. Like, you can always respond to that. You can always go to that person and be like, wow, I just had this realization. I can't believe this. And like, we don't ever have to make anything wrong, and we can continue from where we are, no matter what our mind thinks about it. We can love ourselves and each other. And so this is about love internalized, self-acceptance, and it's the capacity to express love for the individual, of the individual. And this channel is the only way that the tribe receives love of self. Like, the tribe is going to put everyone into their tribal ways. Like, we do it like this, and we say it like this, and we move it like this. But it's like, the tribe only has one direct access to self-love, and it is the shaman channel. It's the 2551. It's through these shocks. It's through this centering. And so the tribe will go find the shaman to center them in themselves so that they can survive, because all that tribal stuff, it doesn't ensure the individual survival. You know, it's so much about being who you are so that you can survive. And that is loving yourself. That is contagious. That's something that other people can stand in and begin to bring for themselves and for others. And so last but not least, we've got the moon in Gemini. It's in gate 20 right now, the gate of the now. And this is all about expression of the individual capacity to survive. So it's a great partner to gate 25, the one we just talked about. And it's a throat gate. It says, I know I am. And it's the ability to recognize in the present moment. Because here's the thing, the now is a place. The now is a mystical place that most human beings never ever access. And you can see it like when you're reading spiritual books. You can look at Eckhart Tolle's The Power of Now. You know, he's talking about a real place that is here now. And this gate that we're in the moon, it mechanically pulls people into this now. Nobody gets to choose to just step into the now or to wake up or, you know, to be in this present moment, recognizing, attempting to recognize what's happening. Nobody gets to choose that. And so I think it's so beautiful that the now is a place and that it really is this mystical, inaccessible thing, you know, but you can work with life to mechanically come into the now, so that you can watch the movie in such a pure way. And so when we're in the now, we're not looking into the future, we're not reflecting on the past, we're completely occupied by the present moment. And what we can know, you know, as we move into the next gate, which is the gate of skills, we are all special and unique, but we all live at a unique point in time that has certain demands. You know, it's so easy for us to be like, oh my gosh, like this is my talent and this is what I have to offer the world. But it's like, if it's not time for the world to take it, they can't take it yet. We have to meet life at its demands. We have to respond to what it is doing. And in doing that, we can build skills. And we can identify with things that we love. You know, we can honor something through time and repetition and all this stuff and gain a skill to share with others and to help ourselves in our life. And so you are your special, unique self, but you live right now and you have to respond to what it's doing now. Because you don't have a choice. None of us have a choice. Yeah. So as we go into this week, do what you love, build and share your talents, be in your experience, and respond directly to life. Life will meet all of your needs if you respond directly to it, and you can start doing it right now. Yeah. So I love you guys. Have a great day. I'll come back on Tuesday. Bye, guys.